Some UK article writers get to write about the latest bikini fashions, the latest Porsche, or pizza toppings. But sometimes article writers get challenged, having to write SEO articles about subjects such as men's socks, wallpaper paste, or nipple pads. Writing articles on exciting subjects can be fairly easy and fun, but how do you go about creating interesting search engine optimized content on subjects that may be considered dull and less sparkling? Clearly, a basic description of the product may well prove to be lacking in inspiration, so although you may have to briefly refer to its physical appearance, properties, or attributes, the main focus of your article needs to take a more original approach. If the subject is dull, then the approach needs to compensate for that. So what approaches can SEO article writers take that will help spice up subjects such as scintillating men's knee-length woolen socks? The first technique is to tell a story. This could be a first-person account of an event or a humorous description of a situation someone you know found themselves in. The product needs to feature within the story in a prominent and positive way, but the story itself should be humorous, engaging, and reasonably believable. It's difficult to give specific examples because, of course, everyone's style of writing is different, and the product will restrict the kind of story that can be used. But perhaps if the subject was wallpaper paste, you could describe a friend who tried to economize and make up his own paste with somewhat disastrous consequences. Perhaps the wallpaper peeled off and landed in the soup just as the mother-in-law was about to start eating, or the hapless DIY enthusiast managed to get himself glued to the wall. Another approach is to take an opposite view from that which might be expected. So, as an example, if faced with an article about ice scrapers for car windscreens, you could suggest that you consider them a total waste of money, suggesting innovative and bizarre alternatives, such as strapping half a dozen hot water bottles all over the windscreen, or bolting a kettle to the roof of the car to collect and boil rainwater that can then be released across all the windows. By taking a novel and ridiculous view like this, you're effectively making it clear how good the product is, but in a way that's more likely to get people to read. The problem is that dull subjects aren't just difficult for article writers to write about, they're also difficult to read. People just don't want to read an article about socks, ping-pong balls, or ice scrapers, unless their interest is quickly gained through the use of a quirky, surprising, or humorous title that's quickly followed up by a summary and first paragraph that keeps that interest going. By using either of these two example approaches, it's perfectly possible to actually have fun as an article writer, creating SEO content on less interesting subjects, and more importantly, creating content that's more likely to be read, enjoyed, shared, and which results in a boost in traffic and sales.